Eli Haatem, nice to meet you.
Nice
and
to meet you too.
Welcome you here today at the Forum of Multipolarity. And please tell us about your agenda and expectation of this day. Are you happy, or maybe some questions are still open?
No, we are very happy because, it was a dream before. We never thought that so many people, so many nations, or representative of so many nations, they will be represented today to this big forum. And that shows that people and nations, they were dreaming one day to develop this multipolar world. As you know, since 1990, after the fall of the former Soviet Union, the whole world failed into a kind of a dictatorship under a unipolar world. And we were all dreaming and thinking that one day we will restore within a new world order, the freedom we had before. I remember one thing, I will tell you frankly.
Yeah.
I was anti-communist. I was member of the Vocal World Anti-Communist League. And I would never thought that I would put my stand in Moscow and Russia. Why? Because I was like fighting totalitarianism. And I was dreaming like all of us and I would say advocating for freedom, for law, the respect of law, respect of values, of human values, of social values. And now the world changed.
Yeah, sure.
I would say the once free word became under the, I would say, totalitarian traits, while the ex-Soviet Union countries and other world, so the whole world, I would say, became, totally free.
Yes.
So
freedom
it is just the opposite.
Yeah.
So that's why people are like, waking up. We all are with this idea that Russia might help the rest of the world to free itself, to find again, to restore the freedom, to restore international law, and to help also the United Nations to be free from the American hegemony. I will give you one example.
Yes.
I was the advisor of late Boutros Boutros-Ghali, the former Secretary General of the United Nations. And he was telling me that the American wanted from him a secretary, while he erected himself as a general. And he used to have the pressure from the Americans. And the Americans were fighting him, not allowing him to be represented again as a candidate for the function of the Secretary General of the United Nations. And that's why the whole institutions of the world failed under the domination of the United States and the true powers who are controlling the United States.
And now the power are changing. And what is your vision and next steps, practical steps after this forum?
The most important step, and I'm stressing and I'm like advertising for it, is to create a new SWIFT. Why? Because the world is under so many diktat. And those diktat comes from the sanctions.
Yes.
They are distributed by the United States and the allies, the subservient allies of the United States all over the world, to all those who do not accept or respect the decision of the United States. And we have the SWIFT, and the Americans are using it. That's why we are like advocating to create a new SWIFT.
And do you have the dialogue with the central bank working team already done?
That's right. That's right. And we are working on that. Why? Because to make what we call it a countermeasures. What is a countermeasures? I mean, when the United States will apply sanctions, we are going to apply sanctions against. So we will make a kind of a balance. And we need to make this balance because the world lost the balance used to have before 1990 with this, this kind of dictatorship. But I always used to say that in Western countries, the people feel that they are living in a dictatorship without a visible dictator. People are afraid to talk, are afraid to move. I'll give you one example. They are, say, like RT, for example, like the TV. it is forbidden in Europe.
Yeah.
It's forbidden in France. Where is the democracy? Where are the principles of freedom of speech, freedom of movement? People are afraid to come to Moscow, to Russia.
Yes, yes. So, thank you for your opinion. Thank you for these preliminary results. And when SWIFT will be ready, what is your forecast?
I think that when things are ready, world will change totally. We will be living in more equity, more justice. Because I will give you one example. Today, the law is not enforceable. Unfortunately, international public law is not enforceable. Why? Because now everything is under the control of the Security Council of the United Nations, with the veto right for some state, especially for the United States of America, using every time this veto. We saw that there is a genocide committed in the Middle East, and the Security Council is not capable to do it. Why? Because there is no fairness anymore, no equity in the world. So that's why what I forecast is to see the world free again. And that used to be the will of late Boutros Boutros-Ghali, the former Secretary General of the United Nations.
Yes. Thank you for your work, and we'll discuss new results in the beginning of next year.
Of course,
See
maybe
you?
before.
Maybe before.
Maybe
it will
before.
be
It
great.
should be before.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you for you.
Yeah.
God bless Russia. Holy Russia.